Alright. Hey everyone, my name's Fox from Ryan's Hill. Again, I'm at Fox. Sorry, my mother told me that what I need is inside, along with giving me this egg. So now I have to see what she meant. But I can't seem to get this egg open. Oh well. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure this egg is very important, and whatever I really need is inside this egg. But in any case, let's talk about the Nutcracker Four Realms, which is the newest live-action Disney film, where, in a sense at least, it's not an exact remake of another Nutcracker story. Because again, because a lot of Disney remakes right now, they just remake the animated movies, which there is no animated movie Disney, at least not that I know of, that is like just a straight animated movie for them to copy, for at least of their own volition. So Disney basically made their own Nutcracker movie where basically, but it is very similar to Alice in Wonderland, specifically the Tim Burton one, as well as of course some other things like Wizard of Oz, the Chronicles of Narnia, because God dang it, things like that. It's a movie, and basically like the setup of it is, of course, takes place in London, beginning of course, but also like in a magical London, I think, because I'm not sure, like, I'm assuming America was, of course, probably a thing around this time, maybe. Sometimes I am confused when certain events in history happened, but I'm just assuming, because there was racism through a lot of this, and again, by the point of, like, how multiracial there is in some of these things, I'm just thinking, like, okay, so most likely this is taking place in a fantasy set of London, which I'm fine with. Ever since I started watching Gotham, it's just like, you know what? Fine. But, fine. I don't need this exact time period, or it need this time period that we need, certain time period. But in any case, I'm watching this, basically, there's a young girl with her, again, there's three kids actually. There's the oldest, there's our main character, and then there's the youngest boy, and well, as a father, which they apparently just lost, he lost his wife, they lost their mother, and on Christmas Eve, gifts that she wanted them to have, they are given. The oldest daughter got a dress. The youngest, the young boy got some tin soldiers, and she got, and of course, the main girl got this little metal Fabergé egg that apparently you need a key with like special tumblers to open up. But of course, the key isn't there, but there's a little note that says what she really needs is inside. Everything she needs is inside. I mean, of course, inside this egg, of course. But and of course, like the father's like, oh, we have to go to this Christmas party because it's expected of us. You will have to dance with me as expected as well as with them, and da-da-da-da. And she's like, I don't want to do what's expected. Also, I read to mention, she's a clever girl for her age who knows about science and stuff like that, and like can make little inventions and figure out things that all the other older people can't figure out. And she's very unique and different from the rest of the world. You get the idea. And not to say that's not a bad thing, but like that's also like at this point a cliche in these live action Disney movies, because you can literally go Alice in Wonderland, Beauty, the remake Alice in Wonderland, the remake of Beauty and the Beast, maybe in the remake of Cinderella, I think also, and then this, and then I'm pretty sure there's other ones as well. Well, even though I think those are like the four main live action ones right now. But yeah, so basically she goes to this party that's, I guess, hosted by Morgan Freeman, and the Morgan Freeman's in this basement, with the basement of this mansion, which is still big, and he has a pet owl. And basically he's like, and she says like, well, because he made it for the mother. She's like, can you open this? He's like, oh, well, I can't do that, but you know what? Just give it some time. And basically then, after like, I guess the middle of the party or something, comes back up. Dad's like, where were you, Clara? And she's like, well, I went to go do this and stuff. I'm like, you were supposed to do what you expected. Stop being selfish. She goes, I should tell you the same thing. He's like, oh. And then Morgan Freeman goes, well, now it's your gifts. Outside, all you kids, go outside at the gazebo. There are little strings with your names on it, and you follow the strings there. I'm like, that... I wouldn't be surprised if there's one greedy kid who would be like, you know what? I'm going to go down this person's string and take their present before they can get it and then go get mine. But in any case, maybe that's just me. I wouldn't do that, but I'm just saying, like, I'm pretty sure there would be that little a-hole of a kid who would try to do that. But, Clara finds hers, starts following it. There's, she runs into her brother who goes, look, Clara, I got a Nutcracker. He's your boyfriend now. I'm just like, oh, wow, foreshadowing. But of course she follows the string down like this hall, down this hallway. You see in the trailer that it's like owls, and then it switches to rats. She then goes through a door, and then it looks a little bit like a boot hole. The end after she gets to the door is like into a boot hole. It's actually the end of this large tree trunk. And she finds herself in Narnia, Wonderland, Oz, Four Realms. And she goes. She finds the key, but a little mouse grabs it, runs away. This little cute mouse grabs it, which is, immediately should draw up a red flag for how cute this mouse is. Because I'm just like, okay, how is this rat or mouse going to be the bad guy? But grabs it. She chases the mouse because, White Rabbit. Chases the mouse. But the mouse runs across an icy lake. She can't go across because, of course, she's too heavy. About to cross a bridge when she runs into this soldier, which she immediately looks at the soldier and goes, oh, a Nutcracker. And I'm like, really? I would have just thought he was a soldier. But in any case, yeah, sure. This guy's apparently a Nutcracker. Which is only... he's the darkest cracker I've ever seen. Okay, but in any case, Nutcracker comes to life and goes, who are you? And she goes, I'm Clara Starbomb. Cue Game Grumps band. But, and she's like, Princess Clara, and goes, I'm sorry, I didn't know you there. And basically then after that, what is it? She goes, well, can I get across? Whatever? I order you, basically, because he said, like, is that an order? He's like, yeah, it's an order, I guess. They go across into the fourth realm, where it's dark, eerie, there's trees, and then they chase the mouse around, and then at one point, like, you see the little mouse disappear, and, like, the girl's just yelling at the junior, like, give me the key! Give me the key! Basically. And when you do that, you see, like, something in the background shaped like a giant mouse or rat. And I'm like, okay, so I'm guessing that's that's like, okay, there's the tiny mice, and then that's the Rat King. That's the big bad guy. And then it comes into focus, and then it turns out this giant rat is made up of millions of tiny rats running along each other, kind of slinking together, forming this. I'm like, oh my god, that's terrifying. And grabs the girl. You see, like, the mice all running over her as the giant mouse holding her. He's like, let go! And basically, Nutcracker eventually does save her, runs away, and then, like, there's this giant, like, mechanical woman where it's Mother Ginger. And she goes, Clara, I have your key. Come back, Clara. And the Nutcracker's like, don't go, that's Mother Ginger. She's evil. They leave. They go to this center castle where like basically this world's equivalent of the two pirates from Pirates of the Caribbean. I don't. That actually isn't that isn't them, right? I don't think it's the same actors. It shouldn't be. But basically, it's their equivalents in this, which is funny because Keira Knightley apparently is the Sugar Plum Fairy, which, by God, of her acting. But she goes there. These two guys are like, "Oh, that's the princess?" Like, yes, that's the princess. And goes, okay. Oh, well, I just need a quick survey. Have you met any mice? Well, okay. She's like, wait. They're like, have you had any cheese on you? No, okay. Okay. And like, okay, well, get inside. Stuff like that. And the thing is, like, these characters are alright. They are kind of funny at some bits. Where, like, one bit where, like, they try to, like, help with Clara and, like go basically to fight Milton Ginger. And, like, he's like, we're trained killers, we all. Throws up a knife and, like, tries to catch him, but the knife just falls to the ground. I'm like, come on, dude. It's not that hard to catch a knife. You just gotta watch the weight. But, actually, wait, can I? It's not a knife, but. Yeah. Yeah, see? You just need to watch the weight. Yeah, so. Clara. What is it? They go here, they meet the three other realm members, which is like the land of snowflakes, the land of flowers, and the land of fairies. And I'm just like, okay. Flowers, flowers, snowflakes, and fairies. Which the guy of flowers is the guy from Overboard, the I think Mexican or Hispanic guy. And I'm just like, huh. Like, I didn't know that was him. I knew that was him because of his voice, but I couldn't figure out who it was. But basically, they go to, they say, like, oh, yeah, Mother Ginger was the fourth realm, the realm of entertainment, but we don't talk about her because evil. And he goes like, Clara, we need your help. We need to find this key to activate this machine that lets us bring toys into real life, or bring them to life. And like Clara's like, oh, well, the mice have it or whatever. And like basically they say like, oh, apparently this world was a world that the mother found, and she was made queen because she kind of brought everything to life here with this magic machine, which turned all of her toys into living creatures. And so like, well, we need to go get that key. And so then Clara sets up basically like 12 soldiers and the Nutcracker, who she says, you're not leaving me, you're staying with me. Gets on that, goes to, and basically like, I really like her outfit after like she got out of all. I really liked her like soldier outfit. I don't know why, it just looked cool. But basically, she goes to this land, she meets Mother Ginger. Mother Ginger goes like, which one is a terrifying scene with clowns. Then there's meets Mother Ginger. Mother Ginger's like, wait, your mother's dead? Because they all find out the mother's dead. And they're like, oh, what's so sad? But Mother Ginger's like, your mother's dead? And she's like, yeah, she's dead. Like, not like you care. Hold on. Sorry. But, basically, she goes, Clara! Clara, like, basically, where did I leave off? But yeah, basically it goes, okay, well, I'll go get the key then. So, she leaves to go get the key. She leaves to go get the key. She meets Mother Ginger. Mother Ginger actually does seem upset about this, but Clara obviously grabs the key, and escapes with the Nutcracker. Well, and she's like maybe 12 men with her. Lost all of them, including the two joke characters. And you don't see you see two of them at the end. Other than that, all of them soldiers are gone. I'm like, you killed a lot of them. And basically, she grabs the key, leaves home, goes back to this, the Nutcracker, her, escape, and she goes, here, let me open the egg. And she opens up the egg, and it turns out inside is thumbtacks. But all the answers were supposed to be inside this. If only, wait, maybe actually, it's the reflection of the egg, what's inside. It's me! That's what she meant. It's inside, everything I need is inside me to do this review and make fun of something I've seen in Kung Fu Panda. But yeah, she finds this egg. It's like a song egg. It's like a music box. Flips it up, but then she presses the thing and flips it over, and it's like a little mirror. It's like, and also I forgot to mention, like the Nutcracker said, like, you, like, cause I know I'm special, and she's like, no, Clara, you all special because you've done this and this and this, and you're such a good person. You're such a good person. You did all of this. I'm like, you got a bunch of people killed too, but whatever. Like, you got in here, you fought, Miss Ginger and took the key back and all this stuff. You're gonna save the round. You did all that, boy. You did all that, and you also got a bunch of people killed again, but whatever. So then she then basically leaves with the Nutcracker. They head back. They give the key to Sugar Plum, which all of them I'm pretty sure are named after some song from the Nutcracker, which is kind of cool. That's a cool little nod. And then it turns out Sugar Plum is evil. She takes the key, starts creating tin soldiers, which don't look human at all and are CG, and basically just start taking over, throw all the rulers in the thing, and suddenly, like all through the movie, she's like, oh, I'm so giddy, oh, I'm so magical and wonderful. And then, but when it finally turns out she's actually evil, she goes, come on, boys. She's like, that is Keira Knightley. She's like playing like an insane seductive thing, like she's always on the urge of climaxing. Like she's like, oh, yes! Yes, take them that way. She's always on the verge of climaxing. I'm like, what are you doing? And it's amazing. Like I was hearing snickering and laughing in the theater whenever she's on screen. I'm like, yeah, that's the correct response to this. And basically she starts taking over. Clara blames the Nutcracker first, but she's like, no, it's my fault. After she flips the little thing, shows that it's a mirror, and she looks at herself like, she meant it was inside me. That's what she meant. She saw Kung Fu Panda 2, which is also a good movie, 1 and 2. If you think there's a third one, which that one is good too. There is a third one. That's good too. I believe there is a third one. Is it only 2 or is there 3? I can't remember. If there are 3, I'm pretty sure all of them are good because Kung Fu Panda's really good movies. In any case, she goes to... then she uses her ingenuity of smartness, knowing about physics, to get escape by, like, basically... The idea was that she drops down with the rope, and the Nutcracker releases this rope thing with, like, a big ornament at the end, and also spin around the gargoyle of, like, a swan and latch on, and she just slide down. I'm like, you know, you could just wrap the rope around the thing, tied it, and just went down. You didn't have to be all fancy about it, because, like, they're all super happy with the time. It's like, all right, so you're going to release the rope, I'm going to jump down, and basically the rope is supposed to go like this, and then this is supposed to swing around, and then swing around, and then latch on tight. And I'm like, you could have just tied it. Or, like, you didn't have to do anything fancy there. You could have just tied it, done. But in any case, and also, like, apparently Sugar Plum somehow got Madam Ginger, Miss Ginger, I can't remember, like, exiled for some reason. I'm not entirely sure how or what the reason was, since apparently Miss Ginger was actually a good guy. But for some reason, she got exiled. They never explained why or how. But basically, Clara, them escape. The Nutcracker goes and Miss Ginger say, they're going to attack you. While Clara, which I keep thinking of Doctor Who, goes to the machine where, like, again, apparently I thought you need the key to work this machine. But it turns out, I guess you don't, because because one of the tin soldiers was still creating more soldiers. And I'm just like, out of, the toys, and I'm just like, wait, why doesn't Clara just go take the key out and be done with it? Because she's like sneaking around, stopping the water work, stopping this thing, or trying to figure out how to mess with this thing. But whatever it is, I don't know. Miss Ginger sends her clown people to fight the tin soldiers. Then the tin soldiers just walk away. It's like, we don't need to attack them. We need to go attack Madam whatever. Like, the giant mech that she has is stomping around the floor. Like, no, I'm Madam Ginger. Of course I'm in here. And of course, fight. Turns out, no, it's the Nutcracker that's inside, and the Nutcracker and the mouse like team up as the mouse, because apparently when they all fuse together, when the mice run around each other and form this giant thing, and that's called the Rat King, and it looks kind of cool when they're fighting, and they team up, and again, that is really cool. I'm like, okay, that's kind of, I like that, but they're fighting. Clara and Miss Ginger apparently is hiding inside one of the clowns. The clowns open up like those like Russian dolls, which just looks like a really Christmassy movie, and that's actually something I really like about this. I could see this something watching this every so often during Christmas, but yeah. So she sorry, I'm just trying. I need to fix something real quick, but she goes around. She tries to fix her whatever, but Miss Ginger gets captured. But Clara's hiding, trying to fix the machine, trying to stop the machine. Sugar Plum throws Madam Ginger on the thing, is going to turn her back into a toy. And Sugar Plum's like, oh, we all miss her, but we all miss the Clara's mother. But you know, it's whatever. I forgot what it was. But basically saying that they all miss her and they all, I guess, grieve in their own ways. Is kind of the moral of this story. But she's like, well, either way, I'm the queen now. Sugar Plum pulls the key out of her ear, which I'm like, okay, I guess you do or don't need the key. I don't know. So she turns the key. We do need the key. I'm just assuming that's a mess up. Turns the key. Also, there's a bunch of, like, wind-up mice. And I'm like, wait, are the toy mice... Are the actual mice just toy mice, wind-up mice? Because even the wind-up mice are bigger. And it's almost the little tiny mouse is bigger when you shoot IRC, but it's because you can see it. Whatever. Beside the point. Basically, we, mouse, basically, Sugar Plum presses the button. The little, the giant mechanical machine thing that turns toys into people, instead of going down, goes up because they switched it into reverse because earlier in the movie, Clara fixed Morgan Freeman's like machine that was going backwards, so she switched it to make it go forwards. And now basically do the same thing to this. Gun goes up, Sugar Plum goes, oh no! Gets shot, turned back into a Barbie doll, with a porcelain face instead. Everyone, all the tin soldiers immediately just stop working and just fall over because apparently if the person who made you dies, if the person who made you dies, apparently I guess that means you stop working. But if that was the case, wouldn't all of them in the Four Realms have stopped working since Clara's mother died? I don't know. But in any case, that goes. They're like, oh, yay, it's so nice. Oh, yay, we win. The good guys win. And then, the Miss Ginger is now made one of the rulers again, 4 rulers. Everyone's like, yay, we're all happy. And then we're all happy. And then Clara says, well, I have to go back home now. And the Nutcracker's like, will I ever see you again? And he's like, yeah, I'm sure. Maybe someday you'll come to my world. Clara goes back through the magical tree that eventually will then will be fashioned into a wardrobe. Goes back into London, finds Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman's like, seems you found the key. It's sometimes very tough for whatever. And then he goes, but you see, Clara, what you need to remember is your mother's greatest, out of all the things your mother has created, her greatest creation was you. And immediately as soon as he said that, I looked over to one of the people I was watching the movie with. She looked over at me. We both smiled at each other and started laughing because we then we're like, oh, it's supposed to be a nice touch scene. But then we remembered that she's one of 3 kids that this woman had. So obviously she was playing favorites because apparently the middle child was her greatest creation. Other 2, apparently also she's also the father's favorite too. So basically, other 2 kids had no meaning. And if I barely brought up the other 2, it's because again they have no point in this movie. You could have cut them out completely, and there would have been nothing lost in this movie. Nothing at all. Um, Nothing would have been lost in the slightest. Honestly, you could have given Clara all three of the gifts. All three gifts from the dress that the mother gave to the oldest, to a tin soldier, or maybe like a nutcracker. I think that's how the original story goes. And then Clara also gets the little egg, Fabergé egg, the metal Fabergé egg, or whatever. But yeah, that's it. The dad goes over to the little girl. The main character Clara goes over to the dad and goes, "Well, you're supposed to dance with me." Has the music box dance, and the dad's like, "This is the song you and your mother and I first danced to." They dance. The little boy goes, "Who will dance with me?" And the older sister's like, "Here," and they start dancing together. And it's like, "Oh, happy fun." And I'm just like, one, that mother was totally playing favorites. There was no bunch of other kids. And I did enjoy this movie. This movie is a dumb movie. It is dumb. But honestly, I kind of like it. It is fun. It does breathe like kind of this Christmas air. Even though at one point they say like it's Christmas. And like everyone's like, "What's Christmas?" Even though they straight up know that the forest that she came from is called the Christmas forest. Any case, but it does breathe Christmas with like the main building looking like it's decorated with ornaments. Like the gold and red is like the main thing that's on the castle, as well as like what the tin soldiers wear, as well as what she wears. You have the ice. You have, I don't know about flowers. The toys from the realm of entertainment or whatnot. Stuff like that. It honestly is it's a fun movie. The CGI isn't all that great. It isn't the greatest CGI there is in this, but it is alright. It's serviceable, I guess. It's a fun movie. I'd recommend it, if only for... This is a solid rental. Maybe you see it in 3D. Maybe you'll see a little bit more. I saw it in standard. But it's a solid movie. It's fun. It is something like a little bit like if you go like to an Alice in Wonderland movie, and it's just like nonsense a lot of the time, just dumb nonsense. And honestly, I will say out of this one and the Tim Burton one, I probably would come back to this one a bit more. This is like the Christmas equivalent of Alice in Wonderland, and it is fun at least. And again, like you can kind of tell certain things. Like me, like Ginger was not going to be a bad guy. I guess no, that one was kind of iffy. I knew the mouse wasn't going to be a bad guy because when the mouse dropped the key when she heard that she was Clara Starbomb, it just drops the key like it drops the key. I'm like, okay, you're acting a little too cute to be the bad guy. So yeah, this movie's all right. It's fun. It is a fun Christmas movie, even though literally it's the day right after Halloween, and literally it's the Dia de los Muertos day right now, but whatever. I guess Coco's 1 year older now. 1 year old, the movie. But, or did it come out at the end of November? I think it came out like another week. But hey guys, this was fun. I liked it. Now, like, all the movies are going to come out the next month, which, like, Spider-Man's going to come out next month. This month, they're going to have Wreck-It Ralph, Overlord, and, like, I forgot what the other movie was. But, the Harry Potter movie. And also Bohemian Rhapsody, stuff like that. But, I think Bohemian Rhapsody's out right now. But, this movie is fun. It's alright. It's a fun movie. Again, there's just some unintentionally funny stuff with, like, "You're her greatest creation, Clara." And it's just like, wow, favorites much? But stuff like that's funny. Or just watching Keira Knightley just go just going insane. Also, again, like at the end, also like the two soldiers that are like the comic reliefs that are basically the two, like the tall pirate with like the wooden eye, and like the bigger guy from, and the other pirate that like that are in all of the pirate movies except for like the last two. Like those two, like those equivalent in this movie are inside the Nutcracker's like thing. So I'm like, okay, it's Nutcracker's like old station. I'm like, okay, so I guess they're alive now. Also, do you really need to guard that station? Because I'm pretty sure like that evil realm you were guarding now is, supposed to be a good realm, but whatever. But yeah, so this movie's awesome. I liked it. They also showed that like apparently, like, they're like not living inside the clock, but like apparently, like, they can go through this clock, and they're very tiny, and they see that like time moves slower in our world than in their world. So I say, oh, this is why that whatever. But yeah, I don't know. But also, at one point, they're winding up the golden string that led to Clara's thing that apparently led into this magical world. So I'm like, did that servant know about that magical world and go there to get the string to come back? And again, this is a movie you don't try. This is a movie that is a bunch of nonsense. This movie is a bunch of nonsense, and that's not a bad thing. It is a fun bunch of nonsense, and I liked it. It's a fun movie. I liked it. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. And watch the videos that I've done. Links are on my Facebook, are on there somewhere. And we will. See you later. If I had a world of my own, everything would be nonsense. Nothing would be as it is, because everything would be as it isn't. I am